Welcome to our channel. My name is Denise. My husband Darren and I and our two basically grown daughters moved to our rural property here just under a year ago, and we are at the start of our homesteading journey. We just saw your hand sneak in and steal some strawberries. I saw that. Did you guys catch that in the corner of the shot? Here she comes again. Beware. Here comes the hand. There it is. That's okay. You can have as many as you like.
Really good.
Because today we are starting our canning and preserving journey. This is it. Today is Saturday, June 22nd, 2024. And I'm so glad you're here to share this experience with me. Let's start. We are going to be canning and preserving strawberry jam. Abby.
I'm sorry, they're really good.
Actually, I'm just teasing. You can have as many as you like. So for Christmas, I got what's it called? Fruit Saver Steam Canner in place of a water bath canner. Let's start putting our strawberry jam recipe together. Okay, here we go. That I'm going to be using the Pomona's Universal Pectin recipe. And one of my fellow LMR members, Emily, you know who you are, helped me decide which recipe to follow because I wanted to have a recipe that wasn't so high in sugar. I reached out to Emily through the community chat and she sent me this recipe that goes with this Pomona brand. I've washed all of my canning supplies, so my funnel and my can lifter and my spatula and all my things, and my lids and rings have been thoroughly washed in very hot soapy water. Okay, so this recipe, you can see Emily's fingers here. This recipe calls for 2 1/4 pounds, so 1 kilogram of strawberries. So I'm going to take the stems off of these and I'm going to create a garbage bowl because I'm going to create a garbage bowl so I can toss the stems and strawberry bits out to my chickens. And I'll discard the ones that are looking a bit rotten. I wouldn't feed like bad food to my chickens, but something that maybe we don't want in our jam, but is fine enough to eat. Like this one, for example, it has a soft size. I'm just gonna throw that in the chicken bowl. I'm gonna put the strawberries in a glass bowl so you can see what's happening with them. Well, let me rearrange my space here a little bit. Yes, am I wasting a lot of the strawberry by doing it this way? I am, but the scraps are going to the chickens, and the chickens are gonna lay eggs, and we're gonna eat those eggs, and everybody's going to be happy. If you're a canner, I'd love to know what your first canning experience was. What was the first thing you ever canned? I'm starting with jam because jam is known to be fairly simple. Oh, is it pouring rain up there? Looks like it's raining. So that's why I'm starting with this. That one's extra soft, so take that bit off. The chickens are gonna love this treat, I tell ya. Now, I doubt that is 1 kilogram, so let's keep going. Okay, where were we? Cutting strawberries. Do you want to make sure it's not raining inside there? Hey, how was my stem cut? Get up.
Oh, it's raining inside. A lot.
Thank you for closing the window. Stop eating my strawberries.
My mama.
They are yummy. Yucky strawberry. These are very ripe strawberries. Okay, you need to stop.
Technically, you're not losing any.
I am
keeping it at the same number that it's always been at.
I love it. I love you too. All right. I'm gonna weigh this. Tear. Remove the weight of the bowl. And it's 870 grams. So we're almost there. so close, folks. So there, so close. 955 grams. 960. 970, so they're about 10 grams each. This one's much smaller though. Yeah, 978. 983. Oh my goodness. Doesn't even count. 998. 1,006. I mean, I could technically take one of them out, see what happens. That one's. There we go. This one came out and it's exactly 1,000 grams. Here we go, dumping it back in my glass bowl so that you can see what's happening. Put that over there. Move my scale. It says to mash the strawberries with a potato masher, but guess what I don't have? A potato masher. And so I'm using a whisk instead. That's working. I mean, maybe I should just use my hands since I don't have a potato masher. I just washed my hands. What do you think, Abby? Should I just use my hands?
What?
For mashing the strawberries?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I would say go both, girl.
Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. This smells so good. I want to lick my hands so bad, but I won't to spare you how gross that would be. Alrighty. So now I'm going to measure out my sugar, cup of sugar. And to this cup of sugar, I have to add 2 teaspoons of the pectin powder. Okay? So we get the pectin powder out. 2 teaspoons of the pectin powder. Hang on.
Hi, how's it working?
So far, so good. Got the steam canner assembled and calibrated. And now we're assembling everything. All right, so that's 2 teaspoons. Making sure everything drops back in there. There's a thunderstorm outside.
Oh, beautiful. I'm just sitting there watching it
Have
while
you?
sitting up there.
These recipes require calcium water. So this has, is it calcium, what is it called? I'm so new to this, I have no idea. You guys are probably watching me going, it's called calcium clump, blah, blah. It's just called calcium. It's just called calcium. So it says that you have to mix it with water and it gives the measurements. This particular recipe says, no, it wasn't in this recipe. It was on the paper that came with the box of Pomona Universal Pectin. And it says the calcium water is a 1/2 teaspoon of calcium powder to 1/2 cup of water in a lidded jar and shake well. And I shook it well and I had that prepared. It's been waiting for us. I'm gonna put this away. So I'm just mixing up the pectin powder in with our sugar as directed. And I'm going to set this aside as directed. And next, I got to get a pot. And we have to put 4 cups of the mashed strawberries in the pot. 1. A little bit under 2. Just add a little more.
Why's your timer going off?
3. The timer is going off because 4, and I have to add a bit more because I under measured a wee bit, so I should do it. That's about it.
Hey, your timer's going off.
Thank you. Did you guys hear Darren off to the side going, hey, your timer's going off, and then he has his name tag on. Come and show the people who you are.
What? I'm just holding this.
Darren is my indicator knob. Thank you, indicator knob, for letting me know.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we need to put 2 teaspoons of the calcium water in with this strawberry mash. So 2 teaspoons. 1 and 2. And now we are going to put this on the stove and start to cook it. All right, once it comes to a rolling boil on high, we have to slowly add the sugar and pectin powder to the strawberry mixture. It's so beautiful. Stirring vigorously. I'm going to turn this down even more. So once it returns to a full boil, we have to remove from the heat. Move it back over here. I'm going to add a splash of vinegar to my water. I'm going to lift this up very gingerly and let the steam out the back so I don't burn myself. But I'm going to put some vinegar in my water. And the reason for that is to avoid any kind of hard water stains to occur. Now we are ready to start filling our little jars with jam. I'm so excited about this part. Now I know the glove looks really dirty, but we've been using it for years for barbecuing, so these are just stains. It's very clean. Oh my gosh. It is so beautiful, you guys. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Alrighty. Funnel. So we have to leave about a 1/4 inch of headspace. Yep, that does it. Okay. We've got this, folks. We've got this. I'm going to get the other jars here. So the good thing is that the jars are hot and the jam is hot. There's going to be less risk of any jars breaking because the temperatures are matching. Oh, that is hot. I'm just going to let you see what I'm doing. These little funnels are the best, because I'm a messy person in the kitchen. So these will help prevent me making the edges a little too dirty. So it says 4 to 5 jars. So we'll see how this does. We're filling 5 jars. Last one. It's not going to be enough. So this is going to just go straight in the fridge. Well, I'm going to let it cool first, because otherwise my jar risks shattering or cracking. I'm going to grab a clean cloth. I'm going to use some warm water and vinegar. Making sure I get every little bit of jam that's on the lip off, so we don't create a false seal. And at the same time, I get the opportunity, which I should have done beforehand, to feel if there are any nicks or cracks along the lip. Because again, that would cause seal to not be secure and be risky for contamination. I feel very secure that that's very clean. Now, put my clean lids on top. 1, 2. This is our little, oops, not quite full one. 3, 4. I'm looking on the bottom to make sure there's nothing wrong with the seal. All right. So Put it on. Finger tight. On. Whoops. Finger tight. Oops, that was not on. Finger tight. Finger tight. That should be the right tightness. Here we go. They're going into the canner. Yay! Bring it to a boil. Then I will, there's jam splatter on top. Let's wipe this off. Here we go. The lid is going on. I'm going to turn this on to maximum high heat to get it up to temperature. And we are now processing my very first preserves strawberry jam in my new canner. I'm so excited. Oh, wait, I missed a step. Thank goodness we just got started. I didn't debubble. It's not hot yet. I did not debubble, which means I'm gonna have to wash the rims again. Okay, it's nice and clean still. Oh, good. Debubbling is so important because it releases any type of air that might have gotten in. So you just have to run a spatula or something up and down. Didn't get any on the sides, on the lids again, on the lip, but I will go over the lip again. That should do it. One last little pass. All that work for 4 little jars of jam. We'll find out if it's worth it when they're ready. Okay, putting these back on. Finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. Let's try this again, folks. Okay. Now we've officially started processing my very first canning experience in my steam canner on my new homestead with the strawberries we bought at the farmer's market this morning. See you when this is all done steaming up. It has come to temperature. I'm going to set it for 10 minutes, the processing time required by the recipe. Let the processing begin. See you in 10. You hear that? All right, turning the heat off. Making sure that it stayed up. It kept its temperature. It's all off. Now I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes and then we'll come back and check out how it worked out. While we're waiting for that 5-minute countdown where we just let everything settle in the steam canner, I am going to get a piece of bread. One of our favorite breads is the Promise brand, and I don't know if it's available everywhere. It's certainly available in Canada. Not every store carries it, but the brioche, la brioche. They're very eggy, and it's a slightly sweet bread. You'll see how yellow it is. I'll show you a slice. It's very tender. It's very yummy. So I am going to taste test our jam on a slice of toasted brioche bread, gluten-free brioche bread. That little jar that wasn't quite full enough to process, I stuck it in the freezer so it can get nice and cold. I don't know about you, but there's just something, I just love having a hot, buttery slice of toast with a cold jam on top. There's just something about the temperature contrast that makes me really happy. So there you go. Now, heated jam on ice cream. is delicious because then the ice cream is cold and the jam is warm. Let's pop this in the toaster. And hopefully the jam that I put in the freezer has been there long enough to be cold. Might not be quite cold enough, but I don't think I can wait much longer. Now, those of you who've been following me would say, Denise, did you get a new tattoo? I did not get a new tattoo. That is my daughter Grace's fine artwork. I'm going to show you what happened. Anytime. So when we went to the farmer's market today to buy the strawberries, I also bought a couple of bunches of these white little miniature turnip. And these are so delicious. I've been munching on them all day. I just eat them raw and they're so yummy. I was carrying them around on my arm like this. So I was holding them like this because I was carrying my coffee in one hand. So I had them tucked in like so. And the stems and leaves left all these impressions on my skin. You know how when you sleep and your pillow makes marks on your face? Well, the same thing happened with the stems of these lovely little turnips. And my daughter Grace was just fascinated by the pattern that they made. And she says, can I draw them in? And I'm like, sure. So she took a pen and she started just tracing the shapes and then adding some more texture and shadowing. And then she added this flower right here. I'll show you a close-up of a picture from the before we took a picture of what my skin looked like with all the markings, and then the after with what the artwork Grace created out of it. So this is not gonna last forever. I don't have any tattoos, but I certainly don't mind carrying my daughter's artwork on me for a few days. They're ready. Here we go. It's the big moment, folks. Was there siphoning? Was there not siphoning? Did anything crack? Oh. I'm so happy I could cry. Here comes the first one. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Strawberries seem to have risen to the top, but who hasn't bought grocery store jam and not had to stir it in, right? For the most part, it has settled quite nicely. Oh my goodness. I did it! Can't even explain why I'm so emotional about it. Silly, isn't it? Oh, Denise, pull yourself together. Well, there you have it, folks. Did it. And if I can do it, you can do it. This is the beginning of a journey that we've longed to be on for a very long time. And I'm really, really excited to share this experience and this moment with you guys. And now we're gonna taste the fruits of our labor. Darren, I did it.
Did it?
Yeah. Oh. Here we go. Actually set up a little bit. Nice big piece of strawberry in there.
Gosh, it almost looks like blueberries.
It's really dark, isn't it? Okay, I really put it on thick. You want to have the first taste?
No.
No?
You did all the work.
It's so good. I don't know why it's making me so emotional.
It's really good. Good job.
Thanks, babe. Thank you. Want to put another piece of toast in? Well, folks, I'm just going to wrap this up here. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know why I get so emotional about these milestones, these moments on our homestead. I guess it's because I've dreamt of doing this for so long. And there was nothing really stopping me from doing it when I lived in the city. But my heart is just filled with gratitude for being able to have these experiences and to be able to share them with you guys. So thank you for being here. If you like what you see on our channel, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for keeping me company. Bye for now. What is wrong with me?